Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today I have my most recent manga haul. All the volumes here I've accumulated over the past few months. A lot of them arrived to my house while I was away, but I did go to a couple of stores and I found some cheap manga that I just couldn't pass up. And I was also fortunate enough to pick up the last few volumes of a series I can happily say is now completed. I'll first start off with the few Japanese volumes that I was able to buy. The first one being the 7th Hokage and the Scarlet Spring. This is the one volume that kind of revolves around Sarada. It takes place before Boruto Naruto the movie. I actually bought this after watching the movie. This is like her own short little story that kind of revolves around meeting up with her father and finding the identity of her real mother, which is obviously Sakura, but you know, there needed to be some sort of drama. I do think it's a great story because we get information on Sarada and I really like the new generation. Next up, I bought volume 24 of Magi. The only reason I bought this volume was because it came with this postcard book. I love the art of Magi, and this just has a bunch of art as postcards, and I'm never going to use them as postcards. I'm probably going to display them because the art is so wonderful. Next up, I have volumes 1 and 2 of Shiki. I'll be honest, the only reason I purchased these is because they were $1 each. I'm a huge fan of the anime Shiki. It's like this awesome horror psychological anime, and I flipped through this, and from what I can tell, it basically follows the anime. Another thing that I got for $1 was this iShield 21 fan book, I believe. Again, it's in Japanese and I don't understand any of it. I read all of iShield 21 and I just fell in love with that series, and I just couldn't pass this up because it's so cool, and it comes with this cool double-sided poster. This is probably my favorite side because it has Hiruma, and he is probably my favorite character of iShield 21. Next we have Vinland Saga Volume 6. I know Volume 7 just came out, but I have not had a chance to purchase it because it's kind of expensive right now, and I don't really want to waste like $17 to $20 on the newest volume. Yeah, Vinland Saga is great. I don't know if Kodansha is gonna keep releasing this. I heard that they only had the license up to volume 7 and that just came out. I hope Kodansha continues to release them because I really enjoy this manga. I haven't had a chance to continue reading the newest chapters. I don't want to say that the story has kind of slowed down in this point. It's very different from the beginning, but it's still great. Next up, I got The Angel of Ellenberg. This volume I just picked up at Book Off for really cheap. I just saw it and it looked really interesting. The art looks really great. You know, it has a couple of colored pages. From what I read in the back, it's basically the story about the friendship between a king named Madeth and a knight named Lalvan. I like fantasy, I really liked the art, and I hope to really enjoy it. Next up, we got Naruto Kakashi's Story. This is the first of the Naruto novels to be released, and I already read it. It's pretty short. This takes place a year after the 4th grade ninja war, and it deals with primarily Kakashi, and story-wise, it wasn't the best story, but I think it gave a lot of insight into Kakashi's character, and Kakashi's one of my favorite characters, so I kind of liked reading about his struggle of why he was putting off becoming Hokage. If you're a fan of Kakashi, I would definitely recommend it just because you read about his internal struggle mostly. A lot of characters make an appearance here, all except Sasuke, of course, because Sasuke can't be in everything. But yeah, I really liked it. I can't wait for the other novels to come out. The Shikamaru novel comes out in February, I believe, and I'm really excited for that one because Tamari is in it, and I love Tamari, and I love Shikamaru as well. Next up, we have Naruto Volume 72. This is the end, the final volume of Naruto, which is kind of sad, but not really because we're kind of getting a part 3 this year that focuses on the new generation. Naruto is one of my favorite series. It's really the series that got me into anime and manga. It was the first long-running series that I got into, and I just fell in love with it and the characters. Next up, I have Aventura Volume 1. This is an out-of-print series that I just picked up on a whim. It was $1, and it's about this boy. I don't know his name, but he attends the Gaia School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in order to become a wizard, I think. Only 3 of the volumes were published. I don't know how many there are in total, but if I really enjoy this, I'll read the rest. But if not, well, it was just $1, so not a big loss. Now we have volume 14 of Magi with Koha on the cover, and then it's beautiful, beautiful. This is the start of the Magno Star arc, and I'm so excited because this is one of my favorite arcs. I know volume 15 is out, but I have not had a chance to go buy it yet, but I will. Magi is one of my favorite series. It's just fantastic, and it's recently entered its final arc, and that's just sad. It's such a great series, and I'm really sad that it's gonna end. Highly recommend Magi if you have not checked it out. Next we have volumes 9 and 10 of Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't really like buying random volumes anymore. I used to do that a lot as I started first collecting, but these were each $1 at a bookstore, and I know I'm gonna collect the series in the future, so I just couldn't pass them up for a really cheap price. It came before Hunter x Hunter, and Hunter x Hunter is fantastic and phenomenal. I've heard a lot of great things about this series as well, and I'm really excited to collect the rest of it. I actually ordered these volumes on Black Friday, and I didn't receive them until last week, but I'm so happy I did. I actually read all of the manga of the series already because it's just so good, and the anime was probably the biggest thing of 2015. And of course, I'm talking about One Punch Man volumes 1 to 4. So volume 1, 2, 3, and the newest volume 4. The series is fantastic, and if you have not checked out the anime or the manga, I'm really surprised because this has kind of been everywhere, and the hype surrounding the series is well deserved. It's fantastic, it's hilarious, and I really hope we get a season 2 sometime soon. Now, the last 11 volumes are all from one series. I started collecting the series from the beginning. I never thought I would get as many volumes as I have, and I really never believed that I would be able to complete this series because the volumes were so out of print. And it's Fruits Basket. I got all the volumes that I was missing, so now I have all 23, and I finished up 2015 by reading Fruits Basket, so I have read it all, and it's such an emotional roller coaster, and it has become one of my favorite series of all time. So the volumes that I got were volume 4 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 18, 19 and 20, 21 and 22. The final volume, volume 23 of Fruits Basket. I'm so happy that I have all the volumes. I really enjoyed reading this series just back to back. It was such an emotional roller coaster ride. It was funny, it was heartbreaking. Overall, it was just enjoyable and a beautiful story. I know the Fruits Basket is going to be re-released by Empress in these 2-in-1 volumes that look absolutely beautiful, and I'm probably going to buy those too. If you have not read Fruits Basket, I highly recommend it. It's great, it's beautiful, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, and it'll make you fall in love with all of these characters and their stories. Those are all the manga volumes I've recently purchased. I hope you enjoyed the video. Down below, leave all the manga volumes that you've recently purchased and leave any recommendations. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!